Welcome to the Tantrum of the Week podcast, where we talk about the latest tantrum erupting at your house and give you quick ideas about what's happening and how to help them go away. I'm Lynn McLean. I'm a child therapist and parent coach, and I've helped lots of parents manage lots of tantrums. We talk about real tantrums every podcast and give you pro tips about how to manage them. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Tantrum of the Week. We hope things are going so smoothly at your house that you don't have any tantrums happening anymore. But just in case, we're here to talk about the latest tantrum of the week, why it might be happening, and what you can do to try to make it stop. This week's Tantrum of the Week comes from a mom who says, our 4-year-old is melting down over any request to change what he's doing, even about things like going to the park, which he loves. Why is this happening? It makes no sense to me. He gets really bored when we're doing the same thing all the time, but he still screams in protest anytime we say we're going to do something else, even when it's fun. Oh my gosh, this sounds so stressful, Mom, and I get it. And believe it or not, this is not uncommon. I think one of the hardest things for adults about tantrums is that they absolutely are understandable to adults. We're doing everything that they say that they want, and then they still throw a tantrum when we say yes. So it can be really frustrating. And I just want to start by saying I get it. And I understand why parents can be at their wits' end, especially with these little ones. Here's some reasons why it might be happening. We call these transitions, y'all know this, and we know that they can be really hard. And there can be all kinds of reasons why they're hard. Like when you're 4, you can get super engaged in what's happening at the moment. They're great at really focusing on what's going on, what they're playing, what they're doing, and it can be hard to switch when that's happening. You can also have a very hard time making the transitions and doing the tasks that you need to go to the park, for example. So if you need to put your shoes on, that can be a whole nother tantrum opportunity. It doesn't make sense. We're taking him to the park, which he loves, but it still can be a hard transition. You could also, when you're little, have some anxiety about how it's going to go. So even though you love the park, maybe something happened last time you were there that feels a little hard. Like maybe a kid was unfriendly or a dog scared him the last time. They can't really articulate these things to us so that we could help them, give them some information that might help make it a little less anxiety provoking. And all they know is they're overwhelmed by big feelings. And maybe it's more than one reason. I have to put on my shoes. I have to stop doing what I was having so much fun doing. And oh my gosh, I remember something happened at the park that I didn't love. So all of those things can come and flood them. And that's when a tantrum starts. They're flooded, they're overwhelmed, and they absolutely lose it. What you can do to help them stop actually can happen before it even happens, before the tantrum starts. And this is real tantrum management, believe it or not. You don't have to wait for the tantrum to happen to be able to manage it and stop it. What you can do is prep your kid ahead of the transition time. I want you to be aware, this is not a warning. Hey, in 5 minutes, we're going to go to the park, because that's how a lot of times we're feeling. I think you're going to have a fit. I don't want the fit to happen. This is going to happen. Instead, really think of it as notice. Hey, you know what? In 5 minutes, it's going to be time to get ready to go to the park. This really does mean you have 5 more minutes to do what you're doing. You don't have to clean up now. We're not putting on your shoes now. You still can play for 5 more minutes. And then we're going to get ready to go. They may need more time than 5 minutes. Maybe they need 10. And then you want to remind them when there are fewer minutes left. So for example, if you've given them a 10-minute notice that it's going to be time to get ready to go to the park, then in 5 minutes, you pop back in and you say, hey, in 5 more minutes, it's going to be time to get ready to go to the park. They may start arguing with you. No, I don't want to go to the park. No, I want to keep playing. You can say, I know. And you don't have to go yet. We're not going yet. You still have 5 minutes to play. Pop back in when there's 1 more minute left. Really try to keep track of the actual minutes. Kids don't understand that exactly. They don't know what a minute is going to be. They're not watching their own watch. And they'll start to internalize how these times feel to them. So really try to stick to whatever time frame you think your kid needs. Let's say it's a minute and you want to come back in and then you want to tell them, okay, you know what? It's time to go to the park. I'm going to count to 3 and it'll be time to stop playing and put on your shoes. By the way, during this prep time, you've been getting everything ready to go. You've got their shoes and socks ready. Maybe you have your snacks packed to go to the park. You've got everything you need. You've got your bag, the keys, everything is ready to go so that you can really focus on your child and getting them ready to go and helping them through this transition. You've probably heard me say before, but thinking of your child as needing support really encourages you to think of helping them, not punishing them when they're having a hard time. So you got it all ready, you're going to be ready to go. And then when it's time, you say, okay, I'm going to count to 3. It's going to be time to stop playing and we're going to put your shoes on and get ready for the park. You're going to be there to help them. You're going to be there to walk them through it. If they're yelling, if they're crying, if they're screaming, maybe just take a minute. I'm going to let you calm down. And then when they calm down, whew, that was really hard. And let's put on your shoes. Let's go to the park. It's a beautiful day. You might talk about something that they're going to love there. That can help them look forward to the other side of the transition, the other side of the thing that's hard. There may be something else you can do in the meantime. Have a fun toy in the car that they always love to have, and maybe they only have it on the drive to something that they have a hard time adjusting to. I think sometimes these ideas sound to parents like they're rewarding bad behavior. And please don't think of it that way. Please think of it as setting your child up for success. You really want to give them something that works. Rewarding bad behavior would be if they were screaming for something that you said they couldn't have and they screamed long enough that you changed your mind and let them have it. That would be rewarding bad behavior. Giving your child something to help make something easier, like a car trip to the park when it's hard to stop playing, that's not rewarding bad behavior. That's supporting them in gathering these skills that they need to do something that can be really hard, even though it seems easy to us. I hope some of these ideas help you, and I really look forward to hearing about it if they did, or honestly, if they didn't. I'm always happy to tweak my ideas and suggestions and help y'all get the information that you need for the tantrum of the week at your house to go away. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm so glad you were here for this episode of Tantrum of the Week. I'd love to know if any of this happens at your house and how you handle it. Comment, subscribe, and email us about your kid's tantrum of the week. We love to hear about your passionate kids. And even though I am a real play therapist, this episode is not therapy. There are lots of amazing professionals, and I recommend that you contact them if your family needs that kind of support. Be sure to grab your free copy of Why the Latest Parenting Trends Aren't Working for You and What You Might Try Instead at the link in the show notes. And be sure to send us your kid's tantrum of the week. We just might feature you on an upcoming episode. We'll see you next time at the Tantrum of the Week.